Alright, so before I start this documentary, I'd like to ask you one question. What exactly is Tinder? Well, for starters, Tinder is an app that is worth an estimated $3 billion US dollars. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Tinder was created by a group of USC students, with the most prominent members among them including Sean Rad and Whitney Wolfe. Sean Rad is the most visible co-founder of Tinder, and Whitney Wolfe would later go on to found Bumble, an app worth roughly $450 million. Anyways, the basic premise of Tinder is that it is a dating app that allows users to link their Facebook account to their Tinder and swipe right on people they are interested in, and swipe left on people they are not interested in. There are more than 1 billion profile swipes per day, with more than 50 million people using Tinder every month. When two users swipe right on each other, they match and are then allowed to exchange messages with one another. This is an interesting take on a dating app, as it allows people to only exchange messages with someone who has shown some mutual attraction. Tinder is made up of 68% men and 32% women, which is unsurprising. We decided to head around campus and ask our fellow students and a professor what they thought about Tinder and their experiences regarding Tinder.
So, if you had to put a number to a percentage of people at UConn that use Tinder, what would you say?
I think like 40, 50%.
Probably like 25%.
25%?
I'd say like 30, 40.
60.
60? Do you know why people use Tinder? Like, what would you say why people use Tinder?
No idea, they're bored.
They're bored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Studying.
So they should be studying.
Hookups.
Yeah. Have you heard any crazy Tinder stories from your friends?
I think the craziest ones I've heard is just the time that it takes for someone to like message you on Tinder and then be in your room.
Oh, wow.
Because I had a freshman year, like a girl that lived across the hall from me. The whole transaction happened in like 20 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
Efficient.
Yeah.
Efficient.
From start to finish, like he was out after 20 minutes.
Sheesh. And so how would you say that Tinder's changed the dating culture at UConn?
I'm sorry, I just cut you off,
No,
but
it's
I think
okay,
it makes
okay.
it a lot more impersonal. Like it cheapens it because you can kind of just like have someone come to your room like pizza.
I think it's like a lot less intimidating to match with someone on Tinder because you know they want you. Like instead of just approaching them, it's less intimidating, so people are more willing to do it. So, yeah, it's definitely changed.
How does it feel to be a Tinder boss?
It's not really. I got the notification. I wish I saved it so I could show you the proof. But yeah, it's like woke up one day and I got the notification and just said like you're a Tinder boss. They gave me the stats and everything, Basically got a triple double in like Tinder. So it got me like with stats for the likes, the messages, and like matches, likes, and messages. Yeah, it's so 3 stats, yeah.
Introduce yourself very quickly.
Sure. I'm Amanda Dennis. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Communication. I teach courses on interpersonal communication, so communication in close relationships like romantic relationships, friendships, family relationships, and then I also teach gender and communication.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So just to start this off, what do you think about the new societal standard of dating and romance and the whole like kind of online, very quick, easy dating?
I think all the new technologies that have been advanced to help with dating have pros and cons.
Mm.
They're great for people who are shyer or who have a harder time going out and socializing and kind of doing those initiating stages to get to know people.
We talked a little, or you talked a little bit about like deception. What do you think of the whole like idea of catfishing and the whole? I mean, I know there's a lot of people being self-conscious and kind of judging themselves against others, especially when on like an online dating app, because you're like, oh my god, there's so many other males or females that I'm kind of competing with.
Right.
What do you think of the whole like premise, like self-reflection of catfishing and stuff like that?
Yeah. I guess I don't actually know how common catfishing is. I think what we see a lot more in terms of deception in the online dating world are kind of those small deceptions, saying you like things that you don't really like, photoshopping a picture, and then when you meet in person you look nothing like that picture. And so those deceptions I think are fairly common. In terms of like a whole new identity online, that seems like such an extreme form of deception. I'm sure it happens, and obviously there's stories and whole TV shows dedicated to this. Gosh, I don't know of a ton of experiences with it. I wish I had more insight.
I feel like it's less common now.
For what? You got
year.
catfish?
Yeah, last year.
So you got catfish on Tinder.
I did, yeah.
God damn.
I did. Yeah, I went to like go meet this girl. This was like we were living at Hilltop. I had to walk all the way to North, and like I walked all the way there. It was like 2:30 in the morning.
Was it cold?
Yeah, it was freezing. This was like during winter, and like I got there and like I just got like let in, and then she just told me the door. So like her room number, and I went up to the room and like I opened the door and it was some completely different girl, and like I was like, oh, is whatever her name here? And she's like, yeah, that's me, and I was like, no, it's not you. I was like, it's not you.
Takes out the phone.
Yeah, I was like, no, it's not. And she was like, oh yeah, I don't get a lot of matches that I use my roommate's picture on Tinder.
What?
And I was like, nah, and I just like left. And then she sent me like 45 messages on Tinder about like sorry and like not to tell anybody and blah blah blah, and I had matched her.
Damn.
I couldn't do it.
That's pretty.
That's wild.
Damn.
Yeah.